Hey, I just wanted to make a quick video here to teach you guys how to identify counterfeit box sets. Pink Floyd's CD box set, Oh By The Way, I believe it was released in 2007, but eBay is rampant with counterfeit from China reproductions of these. So I just wanted to go through a couple of the identifiers that I've found over the course of the last few months and years, just to help you guys out. First off, on the front, there's slight discoloration of the box. By the way, haha, pun intended. This one is the real authentic one, and this one over here is the counterfeit. First off, as soon as I opened the boxes, I could tell that this one, you could squeeze it. There's a lot more give. It kind of dips down right here from the spine over here. This one is solid all the way around. There's no cheap paper or anything on the authentic one. Another thing, a quick one, is the quality of image on the front and pretty much all of the sides is that the counterfeit is very, very blurry compared to the authentic one. It's not really all that apparent if all you have is one of these sitting in front of you. You're like, oh, that's great. But once you put this one in there and you realize that this one is not blurry at all and it's very good quality, it will you'll be able to tell. Like a quick glimpse here, if I can. You can kind of see how that side's a little bit blurrier if you're looking at Roger's face. Also the head of the guitar. Try not to hit my camera here. The little circle picture on the wall and everything, it's much clearer on the one on the right. So that's a quick glimpse. Also, there's a couple of other identifiers. Here on the top, the lettering is lower quality. You can see on the P's in the pink. On the real one, it's evenly thick around everything, and on the counterfeit one it's a little thinner on the top, and that happens on a couple of the letters, and they use that same font mistake all over the box, or I guess wherever that particular logo is. Another dead giveaway from what I've seen is the fact that on this side of the box it's not listing the albums. It just has this blue one, and there have been several websites that say, you know, if it's blue on the right side, then it's counterfeit. Well, that, from my experience, that's correct, because this one's counterfeit, and that's the way that is. Years ago, or at least a couple of months ago, I remember seeing that the division bell is misspelled. They're missing the third I in division, so it's divison bell, but they apparently fixed that. So that's that. The same quality issue, blurriness, is on the back as well. And again, noting the discoloration difference between the two. Should be able to pick that out pretty easily. It's really hard to tell all this stuff on eBay, and the sellers that I've had to deal with have always tried to kind of avoid answering the question of whether or not it's counterfeit. So if you pose the question directly, hey, is this a Chinese counterfeit? They typically try to steer away from that, or try to change the subject, or to do something. The person that I bought this one from, when I asked if it was a counterfeit, a Chinese counterfeit, I provided a website that talked about it being counterfeit. I provided a couple of images that circled and highlighted what I thought would be counterfeits based on their images. And all they ended up saying was that some people have too much time on their hands, and they never said yes or no. So that should have been a dead giveaway, but they said, I'll get to the point in a minute of why I ended up buying this thinking that it was okay, and ended up not being okay. So again, on this side, you have the albums, but much lower quality. You can see there's a difference between this one having the actual band and title of the album, and this one doesn't, as well as the wall being larger font on this one than they did with this one. So I have a feeling that they used different images when they were trying to make this. It's also just very poor coloring and quality. onto the bottom, this is the one where you can kind of get your best information on whether or not it's counterfeit. Used to be that up here where it says pinkfloyd.com, that would be misspelled with like 2 D's at the end, or the URL would be wrong. It'd have like 2 periods or 2 M's for com or something like that. It would be misspelled. But apparently they wisened up and changed that and updated that, but they didn't, I don't think they were wise enough, because there are a multitude of spelling errors in this paragraph. See, as you can tell, Pink Floyd is spelled correctly up here. There used to be a couple of misspellings up here as well where it says EU. So they got smart, but not smart enough. So in this paragraph right here, you can kind of see where remember that is all one word, and then recording is RECOTDING, so that's wrong. And then there's also another one over here where it's supposed to say from, but it says FTOM right there. So there's a couple of mistakes there that would point it out. I'm actually sending this box back, so I will not be opening this one, unfortunately. I wish I could, but I'm not going to. So this one I am going to be opening and enjoying, because it is a real one, authentic, and as far as I know, unless they have different varying levels of authenticity, in which case this one may be a fake too, but it does not appear so. It appears much better quality and no spelling mistakes, higher quality imaging, all of that stuff. So that about does it. That's kind of the rundown of identifiable things on these to help you figure out if it's a counterfeit or not. You know, the quality, the color qualities, and all of that stuff. It's pretty easy to see in some of the images. So if they end up providing you the reason why I was able to think that this left one over here was real is that I sent them a picture and circled a couple of images that said that the Pink Floyd was misspelled, and he sent a picture of it back saying, well, mine's not misspelled. And I was like, oh, okay, so it must be authentic. Well, no, because once I got it, I looked up in this paragraph and saw all these spelling mistakes, so I told him, hey, this is a counterfeit, and he didn't even fight. He said he sent me the refund and the return shipping label, so I got to mail this one back. But he knew it was counterfeit and refused to tell me before I sold it until I called him out. So just watch out there when you're buying these. This one actually I got from the Ukraine, of all places. A gentleman there, I think it was a gentleman, who knows, but told me that it was legit and even helped me look around on some of the websites that identified as a counterfeit. And he was saying, yeah, I bought these. He had a box of like 3 or 4 of them or something, and he bought a whole bunch of them and resold them, which, you know, at a marked up price, but he even helped me identify that it was real and everything. So got it in the mail, and of course it seems like he was telling the truth. So they can come from anywhere. I believe he said this one was made in the Netherlands or Holland, I think. So I don't know if this particular sticker is an identifier, since the stickers are different. But I have seen the same images on eBay of all those misspellings with that same sticker. So that may be a giveaway too, but I've also seen pictures with different stickers, like a white one, I think, up here, that has also been both counterfeit and authentic. So just be careful out there. Watch for misspellings. Watch for design issues with the font sizes and quality of the image. Again, that the guitar and all of the subjects in the images are much higher quality on the authentic one. So cool. Hope this was helpful for you, and good luck out there buying.